Welcome back to KimchiRednecks.
Hello.
We're here with Tara today. We are going to enjoy a proper British spot of tea at Evan's Tea House here in Pyeongtaek. So we will be getting cream tea set.
And some crumpets.
And the cream tea set includes...
Tea and scone with clotted cream and jam.
Yeah. As an American, all we ever hear about, we hear about proper British tea is, this is tea and crumpets. And no, I'm not making fun of an accent there. That's just me being goofy. But tea and crumpets. So definitely interested to try and see what a crumpet is. What we're going to think of that.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's a little difference in scones between American scones and British scones too.
Yeah. Well, I was told a crumpet was a cross between a pancake and an English muffin. So we will see.
Yes, we're going to find out. Is it more pancake, English muffin, or something completely different? British tea has arrived. We've got our crumpets and we've got our scones with the clotted cream and jam. But let's get started with some tea. I think that's always a good choice.
I usually put sugar in if I'm not going to eat anything sweet, but because I have the scone,
True.
Clotted cream and jam.
This is a good point. Or if you just really like sweet stuff, because that's my jam. I like sweet.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
It's our British tea. Pinky out. Cultured. I like the flavor of the tea here. That's a good flavor.
Yes, it is.
So I'm really more of a iced tea person. I drink a lot of iced tea. I'm from the South, so sweet tea is definitely my jam. But I'm not used to putting cream, is what I guess I'm trying to say, in my tea. But I actually kind of like the cream in the tea. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's just really milk tea.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just more fancy looking.
All right, so
Now for the scone.
pick that up and maybe not drop that on the floor.
I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
So scones, kind of like a biscuit, kind of like a cakey biscuit. And this is going to have the clotted cream and the jam on it. Okay. I've never had clotted cream before. And there's something, it's hard to describe the flavor of clotted cream. It's not, like your mind might be going, oh, it's sour cream, right? It's not sour cream. But it's also not a sweet cream.
It's almost like maybe a heavier version of whipped cream.
Kind of a cross between maybe whipped cream and yogurt, maybe?
Maybe. But it has a good flavor. And the scone is so buttery and delicious.
It's delicious. If you happen to hear traffic, it's because we're sitting on their deck today, because they're having a very busy day indoors and we knew it would be even louder in there. I particularly like that the clotted cream adds like a freshness to it.
It does.
It's not overly sweet. It's not overly anything else. It just tastes fresh.
Yeah, it goes well with the jam, definitely.
That is really good.
All right, let's try some crumpet.
It really does. It reminds me, the look of it definitely looks very similar to a English muffin.
And a pancake.
So definitely looks like she said a cross between an English muffin and a pancake. So these come with butter and honey on them. So texturally,
Kind of reminds me of a hot dog.
yes, without the filling.
Yeah.
That's really delicious. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm having crumpet, and it's
I can
really
see why
good.
people want crumpet with their tea. I'd have a hard time deciding, do I want crumpet or scone, though? They're both very good. Yeah, I'd have to have both. Have the full tea service, you know. Next, somebody's going to be like, oh, but have you had this with tea? And then I'm going to have that too, right?
yeah.
All right, this has a really good texture and flavor. It's not overly sweet. The honey and the butter just complement it very well.
Yes.
I can see why the British need an afternoon tea. Do you get an afternoon nap after your afternoon tea, though, in Britain?
I have no clue. Maybe.
Because I might need one. Wow. All right, so we did get to sample, and we did not do this on camera, so you'll have to forgive us. We got to sample the apple crumble. That was good.
With the ice cream.
That was really good. The level of spice with the apples, it was just the perfect marriage of the cinnamon and the apple together. It was just the perfect level of cinnamon in that pushed that one over the top. That was yeah, if you like apple crumble, it's the best apple crumble I've had here in Korea. Come get some.
I agree. And it's very, Britishy. It's not like the Korean apple crumbles or the American apple crumble. It's definitely unique on its own, and it's delicious.
Today is like the perfect fall day.
It is.
It's nice to sit outside. We've got some sunshine, but it's not overheating hot. You got the perfect breeze blowing. It's a good day. All right, Tara, what's your favorite?
Everything. I can't choose a favorite.
She's like, this is my favorite crumpet, this is my favorite scone, and that was my favorite apple crumble. My favorite tea.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen crumpets in Korea.
To be honest, this is the first British tea house I've ever been to. So, and I know a Korean tea service is way different.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I even went to England, and I never got to try the crumpet there.
oh wow.
I've tried the scone there with the clotted cream and jam, but didn't quite make it to the crumpet.
All right, guys, we're going to finish up our afternoon tea because we have other things to do today.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a busy day. But if you're in the Pyeongtaek area, you need to come by Evan's Tea House and get you a proper spot of English tea. If you've never had English tea before, if you've never had an English service like I have, never had before, come have one. It's lovely. Can you get just a mug of tea? Yes, you can. Can you get coffee?
Yep.
They have coffee. They also have other things on their menu.
This is definitely a nice addition to the Pyeongtaek area. I'm glad they opened it up here.
All right, so guys, like, subscribe, do the internet thing. See you guys next time.